All right, so I'm going to go over Google Drive. Google Drive is our internal file management system. It's both replacement for Microsoft Office and file management, and I think that that's really what brings the magic to it. I've actually been using Drive for 11 years now, and if you try to get me to use Microsoft Office, I don't even know how to function. So I'll show you why it's super cool, and we'll break it down from there. Obviously, Drive has a ton of functionality. If you ever have a question, Google it, because I bet you money there's a video on how to fix it, or you can ask your friends here at the office. One thing I'll show you real quick, you'll notice that I've got Drive running here, and I've also got a little shortcut over here. And you'll notice that the file structure is exactly the same as the folder structure over here. Effectively, if I wanted to drag this screen share, or this little file here on my desktop to my Drive, it will automatically upload that for me. This is called Google Drive Stream. If you're ever on an airplane, super helpful. If you ever have files on your desktop, stuff like that, it makes it really easy. One of the things that I actually do a lot of times is I've got, let's say, I want to go and look at whatever this document is, right? I can just double click that guy and it immediately opens it for me in the window, and I can start rocking and rolling with that individual file. You can do that by drilling down into more specifics. Really easy to do that. So get back into you can download that by clicking the little Google gear here and click the Get Drive Stream for Mac. That makes it easy for you. Also check out these shortcuts. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Highly recommend learning how to use your computer in the way of shortcuts. Command C, Command V, or Control on a Windows computer, it's going to be very helpful, so just make sure to poke around. And then you can also go to Settings and make different changes in here. One thing I would suggest is click this guy, offline mode. It syncs all of your stuff to your computer. It doesn't do it in the non-intelligent way. It only does the things you're actually using. So if I upload a terabyte video, you don't have to kiss your computer goodbye. All right, so you can see I've got my folders. This is going to be a little less complicated for you. There's effectively a folder per company. So I'll go look at Skyhelm Team here, and you can see there's a number of different folders inside of Skyhelm Team. And so I'll drill down into customers, and we'll go look at Carbonate. And you can see the cloud migration project. It was the last worked on by me. I'm going to go ahead and open that document, and then I'm going to show you some little tricks here inside the document. So anybody that has access to this folder already has access to this document. So I'll give you an example. If I click this drop down, I can go to Share, and I can see who all has access to it. And you can quickly see there's a bunch of people. If you wanted to maybe share with somebody external, you could just type in their email address, and you could see all the different persons that you know named Ryan, or you could get a shareable link, and you could just send them a link to that. Make sure that you manage your permissions. Don't send out things to customers they don't need access to. When you do send a link to a customer, they will have access to be able to edit, view, change, whatever. So if you don't want them to be able to edit, make sure to just give them view-only access. So let's say I'm going into this document and I wanted to, Brittany's owning the document, she's been writing it, and instead of me just making direct edits to it, she wanted me to go and make comments. I could just highlight an area, click the little comment guy, and say, at Brittany, hey, might check the wording here, all right? And then it'll ask, do you want to assign that to Brittany? And if I click yes and then click comment, it'll send her an email and a notification for her to come back and check it out. And then that makes it really easy for her to look through here and say, okay, yeah, it looks good, or make a comment to me, no, it's supposed to be that way for legal reasons, or she can just cross it off the list. Makes that super simple, makes that super easy. So one thing I would highly recommend, we all work and operate on a team. So if I'm going to go and work on this particular document for this particular customer, I'm just going to make the document there. If I made a document there, no one's getting a notification. So you can put a document there that's maybe a draft that you don't want anybody to see yet, but at least it's already organized in the right spot. So when you're ready for them to have access to it, you can just send out the URL and say, hey, here's the URL. Or if somebody's working on that customer account with you, it makes it really easy. The other thing I'll mention on that, you can definitely use search. Again, this is a Google product. Search works very, very well. So I'm going to search for, you know what, I made an onboarding document a long time ago. I don't remember where it was. I'm just going to type in onboarding, press enter, and now I've got all kinds of onboarding stuff here, right? Oh yeah, it's this one. It's the one I made a long time ago. So we are migrating to team drives. There's a number of team drives out here for various things. Skyhelm General Store has a bunch of common training stuff. You're going to have HR documents, company logos, shipping details, stuff like that. So take it on yourself. Take some time to go familiarize yourself with Drive. Again, we try to have an open culture here, so don't think that you're going to rummage through the files and mess something up. So I started this and I've got this build out list and I need to figure out, okay, where is this document in the hierarchy, the structure of what we're doing, how we're doing it. And actually you can see little comments here, right? So that's kind of cool, that's nice. And so I'm going to click this little folder up here on the right, and this will allow me to move the document somewhere else if I needed to, but also I can go back up in the folder structure and see where it is. As well, you can click this guy right here and it says open folder in a new tab. You can see all the other documents that are also in the exact same folder where this document is located.